All right, team, we're gonna do short, sweet lesson here. This is just a little sneak peek. I'm gonna do charts for all of this. So just kind of pay attention here. I wanna show you, let's have a little fun, how a beginner, intermediate, and advanced player might approach a 1-4-5 chord progression, okay? So C, F, G. That is a 1-4-5 in the key of C major. If you don't know what that means, you will. So stick with this channel, hit that like button if you're new, I'd love to keep you. All right, so a beginner might go like C, they may play an F bar chord and a G, and bar chords are hard. I know you guys, I see all the comments on this channel, okay? So you might do that, or they can't get the bar chord, so they just go to power chords, you know, 5 chords like that. In fact, they might actually play the power chord C here, okay? So if you're a beginner or struggling, drop in the comments. I would love to know, and we'd all want to know, like, how this is working for you. You know what, do you resonate with any of what I'm saying here? If you're an intermediate or beginner player, definitely drop some tips for everyone, all right? So they might go like this, C, F, G, and that's their vocabulary. They might know it up here, like C, F, G, just the power chords. Okay, now let's look at maybe how as you move up, an intermediate player might go like this. Okay, let's just play off this C open chord, C, okay? We all learned that. You're gonna learn these open cowboy chords. These are always gonna be home. You're gonna use those forever, okay? So I use all of this, don't get me wrong. Now C, now I've done a lot of videos, you guys, where I'm trying to show you, if you don't have the dots to connect, you don't have them. There's a triad inside of here, F, A, C. So instead of struggling to play this whole chord, you can play the triad, okay? And I'll link a video at the end or a playlist. I've done tons of videos. The last couple of days, I did some really good ones on this. Check those out too, okay? F to G. So maybe an intermediate does it like this. Okay? Triad, triad, back to open C. Triad, triad, back to open C. So you see what I'm doing there? So an intermediate player, what do they have in the vocabulary that maybe a beginner doesn't? And a lot of advanced players don't even know this. They know some triad shapes, okay? Now there's 12 major minor triad shapes per string set. A string set is just 3 open strings. So if I said the open strings D, G, B, that means you can see I'm clearly playing that shape on the D, G, B string, but I'm playing F, A, C, G, B, D, okay? And this is part of becoming a better player, is the language of music, like knowing what does that even mean. If somebody says to me GBD, I know instantly I can do a G major triad over the neck, or FAC, GBD, okay? So maybe they do that. Intermediate player might know something like this. They know how to wrap the thumb over and mute that, and strum what's the bar chord. Instead of struggling, they're going like this. So they go, Okay, so there's an intermediate. Again, there's a million ways to approach this, but let's go to a more advanced approach. And the lesson I'm gonna drop this week will have charts with all of this marked out. I've done videos on this, but I'm making these new charts that you'll see in these videos I made the last couple days. Let me know what you think. I'm like falling in love with Illustrator. I've gone down that rabbit hole. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. This is actually a kid's song I worked on years ago for a TV show, but there's a C, I'm thinking of a C power chord, and then the F to the G, okay? But I'm gonna root the C right here. So think of like a beginner would play a bar chord, right? Because that's what we know. I was there, what I'm about to show you, I didn't know, and I wish somebody showed me, so take this and use it, okay? Now, I am finger picking. Now I'm gonna do root, I'm gonna do an octave. So C to C, see that shape? And this is what I'll be making the charts on, C to C. Now, there's all these beautiful intervals rooted off of that. This will kind of be like almost like a pedal tone, like we're pedaling off this. Okay, now intervals are the distance between 2 notes. From C to C is an octave, right? C to a higher C. Now on the B string, there's all these other beautiful intervals. C, so right there, F, that's a 4th, okay? C to E, okay? You guys know what that is? Major 3rd. C to D, major 2nd. Now I'm on the E string, C to G, there's a 5th. You could do the 6th, okay? So how does that work in the world of playing? Well, you could do something like this. See that? It just takes, you're just bouncing. Now that's a more advanced technique. It takes a lot of precision to do that because I'm pedaling off this octave and then I'm just grabbing these intervals, but I'm always going back to that C with my thumb. Again, don't sweat the ins and outs of this. I'm just frameworking this for you. Okay, now how would I go to the F and G? Here's where my head is at. I'm gonna do F. Okay, I'm gonna do intervals here too. I'm gonna go F to the 7. It's the 7 out of the F major scale, and then the major third. See, remember, rhythm is king, so try and keep the rhythm going. And then on the G, I slide up, root note. I hit the major third like that. That's a major third interval. And this is what I'll be putting in the charts for you, so don't sweat it, okay? Don't sweat it, man. Your playing will skyrocket, okay? Now let's look at this whole thing that I just showed you with a little, like, let's play it through. If I shank it, I shank it. Here we go. A little bit of shankage, but it's okay. Again, right up there I just did some octaves. Up there I did G to F. I walked it down. All right, so those are just a few ideas to kind of show you if you don't have this in your vocabulary yet, it's okay. So I'm gonna give you a full-blown lesson. A lot of you guys have been asking when I do these octaves. All right, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. If you've been around forever, we love you like always. Drop Jellyfish, your favorite sea creature, in the comments. Tell us where you're watching from. I will make a full-length video on this, but really quick, just for funsies, here's kind of an idea. A G to E minor you can do, and this is a little tune I'm actually working on. So I'm thinking of the intervals I showed you, okay? And then I'm gonna just do open E minor, and I use the open strings. So here'd be kind of the idea. And that's it. So I'm just trying to give you more things to add to your musical catalog, to your toolbox. So let me know what you think of that. Where do you want me to take this? Oh, and definitely let me know, now that I'm learning all these Adobe programs and I'm making all these new charts, I did a poll on the channel, overwhelmingly voted for yes. I'm gonna start making like little booklets, like triad booklets. And they're gonna, though I give away everything for free in here, those will cost a little bit, but not much, but I'm gonna put in a lot of time and make them really good for you. So anything you wanna see me make that will go beyond what I can do here on the channel, let me know and I will make it, because I've gone down that rabbit hole of Adobe and it's so fun. I just love learning new things, just like guitar, life. You wanna keep learning. Knowledge is power. It makes you feel better. And that's it, all right? So check out the links. You guys know the drill. Keep going. Only you can stop you. You won't keep going. See you in the next video. Peace.